All right, we're live. Let's go. I'm gonna do it right this time. Make sure everything's running. Okay. Everything's running. Let's try. Welcome back to the HAZCAR today BioCup series race at Daytona. So Cup Series is racing today. And tomorrow will be the Bermuda race for the Car of Tomorrow series. Then the day after that, gonna be Cup Series race at Bermuda. It's gonna be a busy weekend. This race was postponed due to bad weather and overall weekend concerns. As well as issues with the stages brought up by HAZCAR that has resulted in this delay of the race. So that is that. Anyway, preparations are complete. Welcome to the HAZCAR Cup Series race here at Daytona. Starting from the pole today is Ryan Blaney in the 12 car for Penske Racing in the Ford number 12. Unexpected position for him, and on his outside, William Byron in the 24 Hendrick car. Behind them is going to be Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. starting behind them. Martin Truex hasn't had an interesting qualifying. He's not usually this poised in races. He's an older driver, is reaching his retirement. But we'll see. Behind them is teammate Denny Hamlin and his driver Tyler Reddick for 2311 Racing. Behind them is Alex Bowman and Ty Gibbs, teammate of the 11 and the 24 and the 9. Then behind them it's Chris Buescher and Bubba Wallace, this is the RFK 17, and another one of Denny Hamlin's drivers for 2311. Then the Joe Gibbs number 20, Christopher Bell, and the Trackhouse number 1, Ross Chastain, starting up in row 6. Moving even further back, it's Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch in row 7. Row 8 is going to be Austin Cindric and Brad Keselowski. Row 9, Chase Briscoe and Joey Logano. Row 10, Michael McDowell and Daniel Suarez. Row 11 is going to be Todd Gilliland and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 12, Ryan Preece, Carson Hocevar. Row 13, Anthony Alfredo, David Reagan. Row 14, Josh Berry, Cody Ware. Row 17, I've lost track of the rows, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Row 15, Noah Gregson and Harrison Burton. Row 16, the two teammates. It's going to be Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek. Row 17, Corey LaJoie and Riley Herbst. Row 18, Zane Smith and AJ Allmendinger. Row 18, Daniel Hemrick and Austin Dillon. And to round out the field, row 19, the Legacy Motor Club 84 of Jimmy Johnson, and the front row 36 of Kaz Grala. Let's see what happens today here in Daytona. We're just about over 2 minutes away from the command. Qualifying was interesting. Again, you don't see Ryan Blaney this far up in the field, especially not on the pole. That Penske car. I mean, look at his teammate Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. They're starting just one row away from one another, one position away from one another. I mean, Logano in starting 18th. Cindric 15th. One runner away from another, 3 positions away. So, yeah. As for let's look through these teams real quick. Joe Gibbs Racing has had a Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick Motorsports currently loving it. I mean, it's just great for them today. Kyle Larson. Where's Kyle Larson in the field? Kyle Larson, 13th place. Unbelievable. Right, that's right. He's out here way back with Kyle Busch in the Richard Childress number 8. I mean, let's look at this. So, Hendrick Motorsports, they got the 24, the 9, and the 48, all front 4 rows, and then just a couple rows more back, it's Kyle Larson. So, not the greatest, but not the worst. Joe Gibbs Racing, they have the 19 in row 2, the 11 in row 3, the 54 in row 4, and the 20 in row 6. It's looking great for them. Other teams like 2311 Racing, they've got the 45 and the 23 right just a couple rows away from each other, front of the field. As for Riley Herbst, he's the only Gibbs car who seems to be pushed pretty far back. That's not Gibbs. That's Rick Ware Racing. My apologies. Actually, yeah, no, he's not. My apologies. I forget things, mix things up. Trackhouse, actually, RFK Racing. It's Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski. They're looking pretty good right now. And now it's time for the command to start engines. We're given the command to start engines. We're on our way out of pit road. William Byron and Ryan Blaney starting in front. So let's see. Here they are coming into turn 1, and it's going to be an interesting day. The Cup Series has shown better testing results than the Car of Tomorrow Series. Shows to just perform better in the cars in general on the super speedways and on most tracks, really. That shows to have better racing. There are some tracks where the Car of Tomorrow Series does shine, but for the most part, the Cup Series should pertain the more entertaining races. The Car of Tomorrow Series is, again, a feeder series. It's more just there to allow the lesser-known drivers on their way in. And we've got a motor problem for Kaz Gralla right off the start. He's going to be in the pits to start this race off. Unbelievable. Not looking good for Kaz Gralla. I mean, if you look at the qualifying results, Kaz Gralla is starting last. And already he is he's not liking that. So his transponder doesn't even seem to be registering on our leaderboard. It says Jimmy Johnson's last. That's interesting. So Kaz Gralla will be going to the pits with a motor problem right from the start. Meanwhile, the 12 car here is going to lead us to the start. That's also Chris Buescher. Or that's David Reagan also going into the pits for some reason. We're not quite sure yet. But the green flag flies in Daytona as we're underway. Why are we so far ahead? Already, they're 4 wide running down the track, as we can see. As I said, the cars are a bit bigger, but it does mean they're a bit weightier down the track. So let's see, Denny Hamlin behind the number 12. That's going to be Tyler Reddick going way down low below what's his face? Ty Gibbs, and he's going to be going down the inside. He's going to take 3rd place from Chase Elliott. If things go the way the Car of Tomorrow Series race went, where we just got that gridlock and it was solid and no real competitive leads. But as it seems, Ryan Blaney is looking to hold this lead pretty well with Denny Hamlin there. So this looks to be a bit more interesting. They're not packing up the way they were yet last week. Denny Hamlin now going to come down the inside, and he's going to take the lead from Ryan Blaney. But Ryan Blaney not done yet. He's going to stay on the outside. He's going to try to get a push from Ty Gibbs, but Gibbs just too far back. Here they are side by side on the backstretch. If you look here, that's going to be Kyle Busch looking to make an inside move on William Byron. That doesn't look like it's going to go too well. Hopefully they keep it together. No spin just yet. No wrecks, no crashes, no accidents, no yellows. Coming down the front stretch, starting lap 3. Oh, and Ross Chastain gets pushed below. Can he make it back on the track on time, or is he going to... Oh, and that's a big caution right to start the race. Caution out. Big flip. Oh, no. Unbelievable. There's several cars on their roofs. Kyle Larson and Carson Hocevar on their roof, as well as Kyle Busch. Many cars on their roofs. It's going to be a race back to the line between Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney for the lead control off the restart. Unbelievable. Ross Chastain. That's gonna be under review. And HAZCAR is gonna have to review that. That seemed like a dangerous remerge onto the track. He should have slowed down. Ryan Blaney gets control of the restart. That does not look good. Many cars in the pits. Many more. The big one. Right out to start the race. Unbelievable. Let's look at Ross Chastain. It looks like, if we look at an aerial coverage here, provided by a bad year, yeah, Buescher, it looks like, pushed the one car below the line. You know, maybe they hooked each other, and Chastain tried to keep it together, tried to remerge on time, but there was just not enough space. Kyle Larson in the way, and then that just brings out a big crash, sending many cars to the pits. Kyle Larson on his roof. That's Carson Hocevar on his roof. Kyle Busch on his roof. Unbelievable crash to start out the race here. Pretty much the entire field has been sent to the pits. This is our fields. This is our remaining field. I mean, all these other cars, they're just stuck in the pits. That nasty crash to start out the race here in Daytona. It's rather disappointing. With 16 to 36, they're also waiting on pit road, as every driver is going to come down pit road now. Where is the 36 and the 60? They're both retired, as it seems. Can Ryan Blaney hold the lead, control off the restart? Or are we going to see him falter? We're going to see him lose control of the restart. And he's got that early pit, he's got that final pit box, so that's going to be a bit of an advantage. And Chase Briscoe, unbelievable. He makes it out of pit road first. He will control the restart here at Daytona. That's, oh man, this is already an interesting race. But now, I mean, without deep pack racing, I mean, with all these cars in the pits, it's going to be a lot of lap traffic. Any of them can get out of the pits, you know, with repairs, but it's going to be a lot of lap traffic. We're looking at some interesting stuff. Yeah, the 48 is getting a lot of work done right now. So, as we can see, many retired cars, many lapped cars. We've got 10 cars in contention already. Just 10 cars left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're seeing more damaged cars make their way out of the pits. It's now Todd Gilliland getting his tires put on. Hopefully we can see some of these cars come out of the pits. And there we go. Todd Gilliland coming out of the pits fully repaired, but he's going to be laps down. Same with Christopher Bell. So that's going to be 15 cars. And they're going to make it out ahead of the pace car. So they're going to get their lap back. A shrunken field already to begin the race with. That's disappointing, but it happens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cars are going to compete for a win here at Daytona. As it looks like we're just one lap to green here. No caution lights active as it looks like. No, they are. Denny Hamlin moves out of line. What's that about? Not sure. Maybe he's planning to pit. Interesting for Denny Hamlin. I think he's looking to pit here. Not quite sure why. He might have a problem with his vehicle. Might need to go for repairs. Might need to take it to the garage. Who knows? That's not looking good for Denny Hamlin. Coming around. Let's focus in on him. I mean, yeah, he's definitely looking to pit. Yeah, he's pitting. Not quite sure why he's pitting, but that's going to relegate him to the back of the field. Might even be retiring, so it's going to be a 19-car race now. But now, we're just one lap away from the green here. Hamlin, unbeknownst to us, he's in the pits. Are they getting their laps back? Are they allowed to do that? No, they're just getting on the correct lap. So, Josh Berry driving it slow. Unknown. I don't know why. He's got to let those guys past. He does. Denny Hamlin comes out of the pits. He's going to be at the back of the competitive field. Denny Hamlin going to be starting ahead of the lapped cars, but behind Austin Dillon. So he's going to have a lot of ground to make up on this coming back to the green flag. End of lap 24, end of lap 51. Those are our stages. Hopefully we don't see issues like we saw just a week or two ago with the lower series, where a caution was failed to be thrown for the end of the stage. Denny Hamlin, he's going to be starting behind the lapped cars. But they're damaged. He should be able to get by them real quick. And so here it is. Chase Briscoe going to be leading us to the restart as we're back green in Daytona. Just 20 cars left. That's unfortunate. Denny Hamlin, he's not really getting up to speed. He's got problems with his vehicle. Maybe that's why they didn't let him by on the restart. But here it is. Chase Briscoe and Ryan Blaney. They're going to be fighting for the lead there. That's Chase for SHR. I haven't seen SHR up front all last year. But Denny Hamlin's going to be some heavy lapped traffic. Going to be lots of lapped traffic. That's for sure. Only gonna be maybe 10 competitive cars. The rest of these guys, well, as you can see, they're already spreading out. They're already far back. Maybe Anthony Alfredo, if we're lucky. There's Chase Briscoe now at the front stretch. He's gonna go wide. Ty Gibbs on the inside. They're gonna be fighting for the lead now. Ricky Stenhouse and Chris Buescher follow them, with Ryan Blaney on the outside. Briscoe forced to stay wide due to Buescher being in the way, and that's going to be Ty Gibbs now in the lead. Small pack, but clearly effective for racing. Denny Hamlin can't get above 165. But it's just got to stay in the race for points. Can't get it up to 170 even. Meanwhile, these guys up front, they're running 190. So, Denny Hamlin, heavy lap traffic. Lap traffic everywhere, really. None of these guys can get up to the speed that the front runners are hitting. Ty Gibbs now with a bit of a lead, but that's Chris Buescher behind him looking to make a move. It's unfortunate, such a big wreck so early in the race. But we're going to have to deal with it. Unfortunately, Ross Chastain just forgot how to hit the brakes. There will be a penalty. That will be... There will be a penalty there. In due course. I mean, you can't just do that. I mean, he got taken out of the race himself, but he also heavily affected the race outcome in doing that. So, what we're going to have to see, as we can see, it's getting a bit stagnant, single file here. These cars aren't really able to make a move without the push of other guys. As we see, they're trying to fan out a bit, but I mean, it's not quite what it was just a bit ago. That's Buescher falling back. Cindric and Tyler Reddick seem to be working together to get to Ty Gibbs. But I think Reddick's going to leave Cindric out to dry. Reddick looks like he's got the faster car. Now that's Ricky Stenhouse looking to help Tyler Reddick get up to Ty Gibbs. I mean, none of these guys can really seem to get up to him. Ty Gibbs got a really fast car today. There's Ryan Blaney. I mean, he's also got a fast car. They've all got fast cars. But with such few cars, I mean, left in the field, it's going to be tough. Now that's Tyler Reddick down the inside, looking to make a move on Ty Gibbs. So now they're fighting for the lead here. Close, but Ty Gibbs not going to be able to hold it out with Tyler Reddick getting help from all those guys on the bottom. So he's hung out to dry. And they come into turn 3, and they're going to go 3 wide. Second place. So that's interesting. But now Tyler Reddick is going to be our race leader. Just look at this lap traffic. That's Daniel Hemrick and Denny Hamlin racing each other. Further ahead, it's Austin Dillon on his own, then Josh Berry on his own. Jimmy Johnson on his own. A pack of 3 here with Gilliland, Alfredo, and Burton. Another pack of 3 with Priest, Jones, and Bell. And then our main pack of drivers here racing for the win. But it's a fight between Ty Gibbs and Tyler Reddick right now. So here they go now. Chase Briscoe and Noah Gragson, the SHR teammates, they're looking to sneak up on those Toyotas there, as they're getting aero blocked by Tyler Reddick. I mean, he wants to be the only one fighting for the lead as he dives down low, down the inside, into turn one. He's going to get back to the lead now. Ty Gibbs once again left out to dry here in turn one. But as the tires continue to wear, there's Daniel Hemrick and Denny Hamlin down the back stretch. I mean, they're catching up to them. That's going to be bad lap traffic. So there's Chase Briscoe and Noah Gragson both down the inside. Gragson looking to try to find a window down the inside. Didn't quite get it, but he's going to get it here on the front stretch. Chase Briscoe lets him through. Gragson now, they're going to be fighting for the lead, the two SHR teammates. Stenhouse doesn't know which line to take. He goes for the middle, but I don't know if that's what he wants to be doing. I think he's going to have to sift down to the inside. And there he goes. Good move from the 47. Briscoe currently strongly defending and leading. He knows where to go off of which part of the racetrack, as we can see, depending on who's ahead. And here they come alongside lapped traffic, and it's going to be Chase Briscoe making the best way around. Of course, lapped traffic is always difficult to deal with. That's going to be Chase Briscoe with a crazy advantage now as other cars get down the inside. Tyler Reddick, unfortunately, just stuck behind his owner, Denny Hamlin, as he now goes in front of Noah Gragson, almost tries to go alongside him, as it's going to take a bit of time for this field to repack. Chase Briscoe going to be your leader for a while. You might take home the stage win, might not. Of course, without the arrow from other drivers, I mean, he's going to struggle to keep that speed going. I mean, they're going 185, he's running 181, so they're definitely going to catch up with him in due time. But of course, there is more lap traffic. That's Austin Dillon, so lap traffic is going to play an interesting role in this race today at Daytona. Already they've made their way back up, and that's going to be Chris Buescher down the inside. And it's gonna be a race for the stage win. I mean, remember, stage points do matter, and when it's only 9 cars, when you're all fighting for stage points, I mean, all 9 of you, that's when it's important. Here's Austin Dillon now, who's gonna make their way by the best. Everybody except for Daniel Suarez, as it seems. Dillon not sure where to go, blocking the number 99 car. So, yeah. Now it's between Ryan Blaney and Chris Buescher for the lead as of right now. Austin Dillon didn't cause as much problems as Denny Hamlin and Daniel Hemrick. So, just look at these two. Yeah. They're that's some lap traffic right there. Lapped cars are Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Daniel Hemrick, Christopher Bell, Todd Gilliland, and Josh Berry 2 laps down. So he's last right now. The real last place car, though, is Zane Smith, 38th place. Meanwhile, the 16 to 36 didn't even start this race, so they're not going to get points. So now it's time for green flag stops right before the end of the stage. Ryan Blaney makes his way down pit road along with Harrison Burton. which is interesting. It's an interesting move for sure, but with lapsed traffic, I mean, you do got a good chance to catch back up. It's between Briscoe and Cindric. Coming out of the front stretch. I don't know if they're going to pit. They might stick it out to the end of the stage. No, everyone's coming down pit road. All of our leaders. Right before the end of the stage. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice. Just 4 laps away now from the end of the stage. So, just 3 laps away from the end of the stage. Can these two stay in the lead, or is somebody going to go for a faster pit option? Like, for example, the 45. No, everybody's going for 4 tires and fuel. And so Briscoe will come out in the lead. Jimmy Johnson gets a lap down. So Chase Briscoe makes it out of pits first. And Chris Buescher's going to want to get around Jimmy Johnson. Because he's just not up to speed. There's flying Ryan Blaney. Might as well call him Flying Blaney. But Briscoe, it looks like he's going to take the stage win here today at Daytona. Green flag stops. I'm not sure how to feel about him. They are resulting, especially with such a small field. Oh, and Ryan Blaney with an engine problem. Is that going to bring out a caution? Or are we going to stay green? I don't know if he's going to make it back to the pits. I think that might be a yellow. Yeah, Ryan Blaney stopped on track. That's a yellow flag. Caution is out and the stage ends early. Who's going to get it back to the line, though? I think it's Austin Cindric. Nope. It's Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe takes stage 1. So those points will be administered as needed. And caution is out. Everyone down pit road. And Briscoe comes out of pit road, still in the lead. Buescher just behind. Jimmy Johnson's going to have to relinquish that position since he's a lap down. Then Austin Cindric comes out. Then Suarez with the lapped Dillon just behind. Then Stenhouse with the lapped Gibbs behind. Then, or not Gibbs, Barry with Gibbs behind. Then the lapped 41. No, then the 41. Then the 10. Then the 43. Then the lapped 38. The lapped 31. The lapped 62. The 45. The lapped 20. The lapped 11. The lapped 21. The not lapped 21. Okay. And Ryan Blaney and suffer hard in the pits. We sit here waiting for the green flag. And here it is, 1 lap to green. As Jimmie Johnson as all the lapped cars slow down, allowing the not lapped cars by. Noah Gragson had parts of his car removed. Not sure what that's about. He was just racing for the lead. The number 12 retired with an ignition problem. His engine simply shut off on the racetrack. Gregson, not sure why he had body panels removed, but we'll see. Anthony Alfredo is not lapped down, but he is a slow vehicle. And so this is our order. The order is from front to back: Briscoe, Busher, Cindric, Suarez, Stenhouse, Gibbs, Priest, Gregson, Jones, Alfredo, Reddick, Burton, Johnson, Dillon, Hemrick, Gilliland, Bell, Hamlin, Barry. So this is a 19-car race now with Ryan Blaney retired with an ignition problem. That's Josh Berry 3 laps down. And there's a double file here on the front stretch. Pace car hard left into the pits. Stage 2. Well, stage 2 is underway here at Daytona. Now, seeing as there was green flag stops stage 1, I doubt there won't be for stage 2. So it really matters where you end up in about 20 laps from now. Because where you are in 20 laps from now will likely determine where you are at the end of the stage and will determine your stage points. So it's really every position matters right now. Especially since these guys are all racing for stage points all the way down to Anthony Alfredo. Which Anthony Alfredo will get 1 stage point this stage. I think you're not even gonna fight that. Here's Jimmie Johnson. He's fast right now. Gregson, not sure what his problem was, but he's all of a sudden a very slow car. Jimmie Johnson and Bell, as well as Todd Gilliland, are now getting up to speed. It just sucks that they're lapped vehicles, but they're going to try to make their way back up to the main field, and they're going to look to unlap themselves, which is, I mean, it's allowed. Will they actually do it? It's hard to say. But, I mean, yeah. Still, Briscoe and Cindric are 2 strongest drivers today for this Crown Jewel race. Biggest race of the season, might I add. So, yeah. As they come into turn 1, they're going to get single file here for a tiny bit. We saw this at the beginning or during stage 1 when it truly started after that big crash at the beginning. But they're gonna fan out. Tires are gonna start playing a role, and the racing's gonna quickly evolve. But Briscoe, I don't know how he's keeping so much speed alone. Gibbs faster than Briscoe. He's got the faster car. Hit a better run on the front stretch. It's going to bring him right up to his rear bumper. He's right up his bumper, and he's going to look down to the inside. Tyler Reddick just behind, also with some speed off the turn. Ty Gibbs is going to move to the lead. The HAZCAR 500. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars in contention, in true contention for the lead. There's Bell and Todd Gilliland. They're looking to have it. They're looking to unlap themselves. I mean, they're slowly climbing up back through the field. You see that? Especially these two. Jamie Johnson's fallen away, but I mean, Bell and Gilliland really want to make an impression. Tyler Reddick, your new race leader. So here we go now. And I think we're going to leave it to a bit of crank it up for the next couple of laps. So sit back, relax, turn off that volume, and enjoy the sounds. As that concludes our crank it up for now. Here they come into turn one. Tyler Reddick have been strong in the lead. I mean, just look at this. He's got a 2/200th of a second lead. So this is looking to be pretty stagnant. It's looking to be a Tyler Reddick stage here. The truth is, who's going to get the race win? That's the real question. Once again, though, lap traffic is looking to be a factor. Look at this. This is Denny Hamlin and Daniel Hemrick once again getting caught by the field here. I mean, you can see them in the camera. Look carefully. There they were, right there at the top of your screen. Definitely going to show now, yeah. And here it is, finally a new race leader, Ty Gibbs. But wait, is lap traffic going to get in the way? No, Ty Gibbs sneaks away with the race lead along with Chris Buescher. As lap traffic holds up Tyler Reddick all the way to the back of this pack. Potentially even further. That's going to take him, looks like, all the way out of contention. He's still trying to go around the outside around Denny Hamlin. Now Briscoe back to the lead with Austin Cindric here. Once again, though, in about 10 laps from now, that's where it really, in just a few laps, that's where it's really going to matter where you are. It's going to matter where you enter pit road from. There's Austin Cindric and Ricky Stenhouse both going down the pit road early, with Denny Hamlin just behind, also joining them. Again, this close to a stage, and I don't know why you take pit road as even an option. I don't know why you'd consider it. But here's Chris Buescher now and Chase Briscoe fighting for the lead. They want to be the first down pit road. That's going to matter a lot. To determine the end of the stage. As they go 3 wide, Daniel Suarez into turn 3. He's looking to make that lead onto pit road. And it looks like they're gonna do it. There goes Daniel Suarez leading onto pit road. Leaving just Briscoe and Buescher slow on their own out there in the field in the tri-oval on the front stretch. Here's Daniel Hemrick, still not down pit road. Regardless, Suarez is going to be the first of these guys out of pit road. I would only assume he has a good stop. Let's see. These guys. There's Suarez off his pit box. Ty Gibbs gets held up by Tyler Reddick, and he's gonna get out. And so Tyler Reddick's also gonna get out last, but he's gonna be held up. He could have gotten ahead of Suarez right there. Unfortunately, it's not what happened. And now it's Briscoe and Buescher's turn down pit road. So this is gonna mix up the order a bit. So let's see what Briscoe goes for. And, ooh, Buescher with the faster pit stop. He's gonna take the lead here. It looks like, unless one of our main guys, no, that's Austin Cindric and Ricky Stenhouse. They're going to get the undercut, and they're going to take the position away from Chase Briscoe and potentially Chris Buescher. Here they come, and they're looking to do it. Busher might get up to speed just in time, though. Looking like it. No. No, Austin Cindric and Ricky Stenhouse are your two new race win contenders, stage win contenders. 10 laps until the end of the stage. As they go up high to avoid Noah Gragson and Austin Dillon. All this laps traffic. Make it for a great race. Do I wish there was a bit more action? Maybe. I mean, again, that wreck early out in the race really messed things up for us. But Cindric slows down due to Josh Berry, bringing Ricky Stenhouse right up his bumper. Unfortunate stop for Briscoe. I mean, that's just not what you want to have as a stop. And Buescher constantly getting held up by laps traffic. He's going to have to rally his way through the field if he wants to have contention for a stage win here. And just 10 laps, it's not easy, especially when you're alone. But these two are going to be slowing each other down, fighting for position. Meanwhile, he's got open air and the draft off of Josh Berry. So he's looking to make some speed, looking to make some position. He's looking to fight for a win. It's going to be a 3-car race for the stage win if Buescher continues to make it up this fast. He's going to go down below Josh Berry. Slows down a bit. As he is now right up their tail. Right up their bumper. He is faster. Much faster. A couple miles per hour. So he may take the race lead in the stage win here. Especially with Harrison Burton about to hold these two guys up. So this is going to be an interesting race for the stage win, as we can see. Chase Briscoe and Ty Gibbs looking to make their own rally through the field, with Daniel Suarez just behind. There's 3 wide passing laps traffic. Why would you do that? Tyler Reddick not having, it's not great for him today. Noah Gragson is officially lapped traffic. 38 of Todd Gilliland retires with camshaft issue. So that's another car out of the race. Mechanical failures plaguing the field today in Daytona, as it seems, with this car. So now Chris Buescher right up the bumper of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. As we can see their speeds here. Anthony Alfredo, last car on the lead lap. I'm not sure how long it's going to last with these 3 guys absolutely cruising along the stretches here. And so Cindric goes down. But Anthony Alfredo tries to block, keep himself on the lead lap. Doesn't work. Stenhouse gets out of line. Now Buescher right up the number 2's in the rear bumper. And they're going to go side by side into turn 1. And they come on the front stretch. Ricky Stenhouse and Austin Cindric right side by side. Back to the field. I mean, the 20 car on pit road. He's pitting. That's nice. And there's Daniel Hemrick now going to become 2 laps down as they fly by him on the back stretch. Cindric and Busher. Cindric gonna come down the inside into turn three. So that's gonna be nice to watch. Ryan Priest might mess it all up. As they both slow down to try to avoid him. It's gonna be Busher. No! Priest goes up at the last second, allowing Priest. Priest goes up the last second, allowing Stenhouse and Cindric by. But of course, these two, they're not going to help each other. They're going to fight each other all the way down to the wire. Busher with a lot of speed off of turn 2. There's Denny Hamlin now. These three guys, the two Fords and one Chevrolet, I mean, they're fast. There's Chase Briscoe and Ty Gibbs though. They're making their way up through the field. They've gained lots of time. So we're gonna be watching them on the scoreboard there. And look at that, they've gained even more time. That's half a second gain for the 14. As they keep having to slow down for lap traffic, that just allows the smaller pack to get through much easier. That's Ricky Stenhouse. He's fallen back due to the 41. I mean, the 41 didn't give up that easy, even though he's already lapped traffic, so. That might be an ignoring blue flags penalty. As the 14, the 54, and the 99 also, look, that rear pack, they're catching. They're really they're fast. They're fast. I mean, it's a consistent 3-car, maybe even 4-car pack with Anthony Alfredo there. Alfredo fast. Not quite fast enough to stand the lead lap, but I mean, he's definitely helping those guys maintain more speed than the leaders. But here it is. Final lap of the stage. One more to go. Austin Cindric, Chris Busher, side by side in a turn 3. Busher with a bit of a lead. And so the caution is out. The flag waving. And here they come onto the front stretch. And that's going to be Chris Busher taking home stage 2. Thankfully, the caution came out as planned with no issues. Stage 2 points. We'll see no issues today. As we well, the final stage, hopefully caution will come out to make the race just a bit more competitive after those green flag stops. I mean, we want to see a close race for the finish, and when we've got cars barely fighting, barely able to make passes, I mean, that always sucks. So we come now onto pit road. Austin Cindric, Chris Busher. It's a close fight for the stage win right there. And it's going to be Bell unlapping himself on pit road. So he's going to get 1 lap back, but that doesn't mean that he's free just yet. He's still going to get 1 more lap. So that's great. Wonderful. Good for Bell so far. I think that's what he's going to do. Checkups on the backstretch. Now just 1 lap down. And as it's 1 lap to green, we've got a bit of problem with lap traffic letting everyone by. Might have to extend caution here a bit. Having issues letting people by as they try to go double file with it. It's a bit strange. Not sure what's going on there. And they're double file. As they're in order, but I don't know if that's enough time to get back up to the field and double file correctly. I think that we're going to have to extend this caution by 1 more lap. Here they are ordering up, but the pace cars shouldn't be going down pit road as yeah, 1 more lap of yellow. 1 more lap under caution. And pace car hard left onto pit road as we're back racing at Daytona. At this point, the only competitive cars are these 6 up front. The rest of them, they're not going to do much. I mean, they're going to get their stage points, sure, but that's about all they're doing right now. So Tyler Reddick didn't quite start in the correct position, but he's made his way past who he needed to get by anyway. And that's Christopher Bell. He's going to help him by. He's looking to unlap himself here. Stenhouse down pit road. Not sure why. He might have a mechanical issue, so that's Stenhouse out for now. Let's see him. Yeah, I mean, we still got lap traffic. Not really looking. He's got pace, but it's just not where it needs to be. Not really got anyone to help him right now, so he could unlap himself. He's really looking for it, but I mean, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna really work for him. It's not gonna work out. He's just not fast enough. Stenhouse, I believe, is that a penalty for Stenhouse? Did he stop or did he just drive through pit road? No, he had to stop and go penalty. Oh. So no cautions quite yet. Other than that first one, thanks to Ross Chastain, teammate of the 99. So they might have a point stock. We have to dock points from Ross Chastain today. Look at that. That is That is 20 cars taken out of contention. That's 22 cars who couldn't even get to the end of stage 1. So I mean, just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All these drivers retired. The 60 and the 36 didn't even get to start before they were sent to pit road. There's 22 cars out. I mean, if it weren't for Ross Chastain, you know. Good old Ross Chastain. But yeah, 60-36 didn't start the race. Ricky Stenhouse lapped down. Or is he? Not quite yet. A caution can still come out. These guys could get frisky for, the race lead, the race win. Coming down to the last 20 laps. It's only 20 to go here in Daytona. So, excuse me. So, I mean, it's an interesting race. Just 19 to go here at Daytona into turn 1. That's Ty Gibbs on the inside of Chase Briscoe looking for the lead. It's going to be an interesting fight for the lead. They're going side by side behind them for second place. It's and they're going to go 3 wide into turn 3. Unbelievable. It's picking up. It's picking up. Obviously, towards the end of the race, these drivers are going to get a bit more into it, a bit more. They're going to start fighting a bit more. They're going to get more dangerous. That's the word I'm looking for. More dangerous, more risky. Certainly. For sure. So this is gonna play a big role. That's Chris Buescher now up to the lead. They're gonna go 3-4 wide behind them almost. That was risky. That almost resulted in something bad. So coming to turn 1. Now, just 17 laps to go. As we go, Chris Buescher in the lead, Austin Cindric. These two have been with each other all day long. They haven't been able to get away from each other all day long. It's just been these two fighting for the lead. I mean, Buescher took home stage 2. Here they go, 3 wide per second. Briscoe just behind. He's trying to sneak by the 45 on the inside, but there's just not enough room going 3 wide there. So there's still 3 wide into turn 1. Reddick looking to get the biggest advantage out of it. It's just him and Gibbs, the only Toyotas up there. Speaking of Toyotas, there's Denny Hamlin right there on the back stretch. He is he's gonna hold up a bit of the field. Some of them are gonna get by. Lap traffic always mixes the race up a bit. As most of them get by, the biggest holdup, Austin Cindric went from fighting for the lead to fighting for last place. That's Ty Gibbs now down pit road. Here come the green flag stops. So Buescher and Stenhouse again. They were part of that 3-card tandem at the end of stage 2. But Stenhouse lap down. So, not really worth for him to fight for a lead here. He could accidentally wreck the 17. And that would be big problems for a lapped car. That would be a big penalty for ignoring blue flags. As long as it doesn't cause any problems, I'm sure they'll let it slide. But for now, it's looking that way. As Daniel Hemrick makes his way down pit road. That's Ty Gibbs coming out, lap down. So far, no one else from this lead pack has gone down to pits. Currently, the only lapped car not causing too big of a mix-up, not being slow in the field, is Ricky Stenhouse, the 47. And speaking of lap traffic, there's Noah Gregson, the Stewart Haas number 10. So that's nice. And speaking of cars, speaking of pit road, actually, there's Buescher and Suarez down. Here they are, though. They're trying to get by. So who is it? It's Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe currently for the lead. Never mind. Briscoe's going down pit road. It's just Tyler Reddick currently competing for the lead. There's more cars. Those are lap cars. They're coming off pit road. Reddick absolutely flying past these lap traffic cars. Stenhouse wants to unlap himself. He wants to get off of that lower lap. He wants to be ahead of the 45 when the caution comes out, if the caution comes out. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get up to him. I mean, he's got more speed. This is where things get interesting, because lap traffic can do more than just slow cars down. And there's Ricky Stenhouse. If a caution were to come out right now, Ricky Stenhouse would be on the lead lap, and he would be able to compete for a win again. Tyler Reddick goes down pit road. The closest car, he's a lap down, but he's gonna unlap himself right now. So if he can stay ahead of the 45 once he comes out of pit road, if he can make up that much speed on the track, that would be great. 14, slow off of pit road. He's going to let the 17 and the 99 by. As we go for another segment, crank it up. 11 to go. Now just 9 laps to go. That's the end of our Crank It Up segment for the second time today. Tyler Reddick has slow stop, allowing Ricky Stenhouse to stay ahead. So again, if a caution comes out, never mind. Ugh. Just when I spoke, Stenhouse down to pit road. His tires just couldn't last any longer. And no caution is out, so Stenhouse going to remain a lap down. He's not going to have a chance for the win here. Tyler Reddick too far behind. He's not going to get the draft from these other cars. They're fast. I mean, they're 190 down the back stretch. As we look at our side-by-side view, large scoreboard, 18 cars still in the race. That's about it. Nothing. No one else has fallen victim to a mechanical failure. No one has seen any issues. Stenhouse back down a lap. Just couldn't hold it out till a caution. Ryan Blaney did fall a mechanical failure earlier, which resulted in a caution. So it's going to be 2 cautions today. Can we see another one, potentially? Now it's Chase Briscoe on the inside of Chris Buescher, the 17. And they're side by side of the line. If we could see something like that for the end of this race, that would be great. 6 to go. If I remember correctly, 22 cars have retired from this race. 2 of which didn't even start the race. They were out right at the beginning. Before the green flag even came out for the first time today, they were sent to pit road for their own issues. It's not known what their issues were, the 60 and 36, but they were sent to pit road for one reason or another. Maybe they failed tech inspection. Or perhaps a penalty. Or just a mechanical failure. Unbeknownst to us. 18 cars still in the race. So 18 cars will get points today. All cars will get points today. But 18 cars still racing for points. Now just 5 laps to go. Onto the back stretch. Got a big lapped traffic field here. This is going to be tough for these drivers to navigate through. Should they be able to get up to them in time? I mean, they're not too far behind them. Like we look at our booth cam. They've got the speed to make it up to them, which isn't necessarily a good thing. After these pit road cycles, it's always, always something. There's Daniel Hemrick holding the field up. That's what I said. Denny Hamlin hold Briscoe up. Will Briscoe make a wrong move and slow down for Denny Hamlin? No, he won't. Coming up to that bigger field of lapped cars, Briscoe's going to see some problems, giving the 17 and the 99 a chance to make their way back up to the field. Briscoe's just got that speed. He's got the draft from that bigger pack, which these 2 guys don't pertain. They only pertain maybe Briscoe's draft if they're lucky. But now Briscoe Gonna be slow through here. Almost touches the 4. Almost spins him. That was almost dangerous. So now he's running 177. These guys running 187. So they're going to go 3 wide for passing lap traffic. He's desperate to keep this lead. He's desperate to get this win. Biggest race of the year. I'm not surprised. I don't even blame him. Here come the other two. They're going to go up. They're going to try to go around Josh Berry rather than through him. Or Josh Berry and Harrison Burton. They're trying to go around, but it's not going to work. They're going to be held up for much longer than Chase Briscoe was. So it looks like, and just 2 to go here now. Got a problem. Oh, and caution's out. What for? We're hearing debris caution. We're hearing debris caution in turn 3. So Briscoe's gonna have to be careful through here. He's still gonna want to keep it quick. But we will see an overtime finish at Daytona today. That's interesting. So we're going into overtime. Briscoe in the lead, currently for the win. But something can happen during the overtime restarts. Make no mistake. Something can always happen. All right? 7 cars on the lead lap. 6 of them fighting for proper speed, for a proper win. Maybe Eric Jones. Eric Jones might be able to get that speed out of nowhere, maybe down pit road. They're even going to come down pit road is the question. I think they've got enough tires and fuel that for a 2-lap run, it's A-okay. So, and here we go, just 1 lap to green. One lap to green flag. Might be 2 if these guys can't get this figured out. Let's see. Eric Jones is going to have to make his way around a lot of cars here. Austin Cindric below. Ty Gibbs below. Ricky Stenhouse below. Alfredo speeds up. Eric Jones around Denny Hamlin. Eric Jones around Josh Berry. Eric Jones around his teammate and car owner Jimmy Johnson. Or is he? Johnson moves low. Lets him by. 3 wide. As Anthony Alfredo's not really getting the memo. Move! Because these guys are getting ready to restart. And Eric Jones still has a chance for the lead, and they're not letting him by. So this might need to be an extra lap of caution. Extra lap of caution. That's Ty Gibbs. Is he going down pit road? That's interesting. Ty Gibbs might be seeing problems. It's Anthony Alfredo also down pit road. So that's why he wasn't moving out the way of the 43. But it's going to be 1 more lap of caution to allow these other cars to catch up to the field. As we hold out the yellow flag just a bit longer. I don't know what Jones is doing. But I think they're reordering themselves. Jones going to still have to try to get by. I don't know what he's doing. He got a room right below the 21. He's just not doing it. Not going where he's supposed to. There he is now. As we're back green, not sure what happened. Here we are. Leaders, Chase Briscoe way up ahead. There's 2 to go. No one in contention with him. We've got lap traffic. Oh, and the 17 in the wall. And we've got the 43. Caution is out. The 43, Eric Jones, with a mechanical issue. That's another caution. We're going to see another overtime here at Daytona. Come off pit road. Ty Gibbs, current race leader. Now, can these guys get it together? Or are we going to have to extend the caution period? Just let the leaders by. Don't quit going too wide, y'all. Let the leaders by. I think this is the correct order. 43 received repairs, but he's now a lap down. So that's just 6 cars contending for a win. Here we are, double file. Off turn 3. So that's going to be 4 cautions today. Got just 8. It's still just 18 cars racing. Some of them unprepared. Are we serious? Ricky Stenhouse. Ricky Stenhouse. Mechanical issue. But we're still going to go green. Hopefully he can make it to pit road. If not, then that's going to be another yellow. Another overtime. So green flag. Back out at Daytona. Will Ricky Stenhouse cause a caution? We're waiting for the call. We're waiting for the call. They're barreling into turn 1 at race speed. Ricky Stenhouse stopped on track. And there it is. Caution is out again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. And Ricky Stenhouse gets off the track just in time for a 3rd overtime here at Daytona. I love this racetrack. Thankfully, there shouldn't be issues with reordering lap traffic this time. So there shouldn't be an extended caution period. But, I mean, this is... It's lap 94 out of 80. Are we serious? Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe's gonna seem to suffer issues. What is happening? Chase Briscoe down to pit road. That's Daniel Suarez. Also seeing issues. It's just 4 cars for the win. I'm not sure why all these cars... I think they're running out of fuel. They're running out of fuel. These guys are running out of fuel. They're not pitting. They're not pitting. They're not pitting. They're running out of fuel. That's the problem. They're running out of fuel. That's what's causing all this carnage. So Daniel Suarez is going to have to be towed back to pit road for no fuel. I think they're still going to go green this time by. I'm hoping. I'm praying. Because if they're not, this race is going to be a bad inaugural HAZCAR 500. That's the problem. Hopefully some guys don't run out of fuel under green, because that's going to cause some problems. They're going to have to go off the track. But here it is. 1 more to green. Coming out of the backstretch, they're going to split off double file. Lapped cars are in order. There's not going to be any issues there. So these guys, they're trying to stick out their fuel for the overtime. They want to stay on the lead lap. They want to force their car, force that fuel tank to keep it out the whole way. But it's not working in their favor. I'm not sure, man. This is gonna cause a lot to go, because you see they're refueling in there in the pits. As they get towed back, they're gonna have to refuel. But finally, hopefully we can get underway one last time at Daytona. And as the pace car makes a hard left on a pit road, overtime number 5. I believe it's number 5. Green flag out. And look at that. Buescher's run out of fuel. Buescher's run out of fuel. Buescher's out of fuel. Eric Jones now full of fuel. That's Cindric out of fuel. That's Austin Cindric out of fuel. All of these guys, they're running out. I think Ty Gibbs is the current leader. All the order's getting all shuffled up. All these guys, they're running out. Eric Jones, I believe, currently in front. No, Ty Gibbs, your leader. No, it's Tyler Reddick, is it? I'm not sure who's leading here right now. But no yellow. All these cars coming down pit road for fuel. 1 lap to go. Tyler Reddick in the lead. Eric Jones, it looks like he's trying to fuel save. He's out of fuel. I believe he's out of fuel. He's running on fumes. He's on low fuel. All these guys on the apron, yellow or not, they're going to have to race it to the line. Tyler Reddick. 54 being held up by the 43. I think he's out of fuel too, actually. All of these cars out of fuel will result in Tyler Reddick coming off of turn 4. And here he comes. Tyler Reddick coming to the front stretch into the tri-oval. He wins the HAZCAR 500. Unbelievable race today for Tyler Reddick. He started towards the front, stayed there all day long. And once all these cars ran out of fuel, he knew it was his time to shine. He pitted under caution, unlike the rest of these guys, because he knew that they'd run out of fuel. It was a risky move, but it worked. Tyler Reddick, race winner. As all these guys cross the line. Good job, Tyler Reddick. Ryan Preece retires right at the end of the race. Something happened to him. So, I'm not sure if he's going to get... Ryan Preece still pertains 13th place. So there they go. Ryan Preece. Let's see what happened to Ryan Preece here. At the end. He simply brought his car down pit road. Once he ran out of fuel, so that's a retirement. Since the checkered flag was out. So Ryan Preece finishes the race 13th place. Jimmy Johnson top 15. 18 cars finished the race. The rest, all out. Good job to Tyler Reddick for this race win. Winning the biggest race of the year. Gibbs almost had it, but right at the end, lost it out. Collapsed traffic. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to this HAZCAR race. Bermuda tomorrow, the Car of Tomorrow series, and then the day after, the Easter race. It's going to be the Bermuda Cup race. Hopefully, we don't see a race affecting crash like we did today. It is a super speedway. Once again, we'll have to see. Hopefully, these guys race cleaner. Tyler Reddick, your winner. See you tomorrow for the race.